in the meeting. Hopefully it will give me the ability to like put the link up there like I had before.
Yeah.
All right. And
Like
unmute.
put the link up there like I had before.
Okay, do you see where you can join? Okay, do you see where you can join? Are you seeing there what gives you a link to join? Just a copy link. Are you seeing there what gives you a link to join?
In the conversation, it doesn't give you that option.
Copy link. Are you seeing there what gives you a link to join? Okay, so let's see how we're going to do this. It's not even showing me my YouTube. I mean, it's not showing me on YouTube. I don't see me on YouTube. Here we go. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do this. It's not even showing me my. Okay, just a minute. Let me get y'all a Okay, I'm going to put the link. If y'all want to join the meeting, I'm going to paste it right now. Okay, just a minute. Let me get y'all a Okay, I'm going to put the link. If y'all want to. Okay, so now are y'all getting? Did y'all get the link? Okay, here we go. Looks like people are entering now. Okay, I'm gonna allow y'all to come in. If y'all want to join the meeting, please click on the link. Let's see if we can get this going here. Let me mute. I don't want both of y'all up at the same time. We're doing a list a little bit different today. Okay, I posted it again. Here, I'm gonna paste it again. So if y'all want to join the meeting, hi, Valerie. Can you say something so I can see if I can hear y'all?
Hi.
Hi, Christy.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Success. I was doing it a little bit different, just so you know. I'm sure everyone wants to know all my, backseat shenanigans you have going on with social media. But I used to have to use another company called Restream, but then the Zoom now has the option where you can just instantly post that, go live on YouTube. So I tried it that way, which it is much easier, but anytime you try something new, you have to, yeah. So let me make sure that, I want to make sure that y'all are getting I'm going to repaste the link again, make sure everyone's getting it. So for everyone that is joining the live on YouTube, if you want to actually be seen and read, click on the link. As you come into the,
Is that you?
as you come into the
Is that you? Let me give
Zoom,
you.
make sure you're muting yourself just because there's going to be so many people on here. All right. I am about to start. I'm just going to start with psychic medium. I mean, in mediumship, unless someone has some questions. Does anyone have any questions for me they want to ask before I just start rolling into the spirits? Any questions? No? All right. Y'all are easy today. We're just going to start out with my favorite, right? I know I love me some passed over relatives. All right. Let's see what we got here. I don't know was anyone just on TikTok?
About 12. Thank you.
Did anyone of y'all watch that TikTok live? It's like, Lord have mercy. Right? That was some stuff right there. I can't tell you how many, I don't know if I'm like getting in the spirit world. Oh, she's the one who wants all the crimes because I've been getting, it was super heavy and crazy, right? Yes, it was, Jessica. I've been getting a lot of shenanigans like that going over there in the spirit world. Okay, so as I was talking to y'all, I was kind of killing time. What I was doing is I was really clearing the energy from the TikTok live because this first person stepping up has a lot of the same heavy energy that we were experiencing on TikTok. So I wanted to make sure that I had cleared it out and I was getting legitimate spirits for this one because, yeah. Okay. So there is a lady stepping up, and this lady is showing me that she was in an unhealthy relationship. This relationship was straight up abusive. Um, did you get out of this relationship? So yes, she did. So though she was in an abusive relationship, she did get out of it. She is showing me that when she left this relationship, she basically just left with the clothes on her back. And she must have had small children because I see her, she's showing me clairvoyantly. I'm seeing her walking with a suitcase where you can just tell stuff was thrown in there and babies, her face is, kind of bruised up and she's crying. The person she was an alcoholic, and that was what made it so hard for her to leave, is because when he wasn't drinking, he was just an amazing human. And then when he would start drinking, and she just realized one day that she was not going to be able to change him. Now, whether she was married to this gentleman or not, I'm not sure, but the relationship certainly did function as a marriage. For those of you that are seeing me live on YouTube, if you want to join the reading, you do have to click on the Zoom link. She is showing me that she worked a couple of jobs just trying to make ends meet. So she didn't have a degree where she was a nurse or a accountant or anything like that. She is showing me in the beginning just watching, bartending, waitressing. She did end up eventually getting a job in a office. She is showing me working in an office, and that's pretty much how she raised her children. She was a smoker. She was a smoker most of her life. She reminds me of one of these ladies that when you met her, you would never have known that she would have been in an abusive relationship because she did not have that kind of personality. Someone just said they can't hear me. Can other people hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Sherry or Cherie just said that she couldn't hear me. Check your audio down at the bottom. So when you're on Zoom, look at the bottom. There'll be a microphone that says audio. Make sure you have that turned on. You want to check your mic in and mic out on that. Okay. Does this lady sound familiar to anyone? They're saying yes, they can hear. I don't think they're claiming her. Okay. Does this lady sound familiar to anyone? If she sounds familiar, please unmute yourself and say something. I'm going to recap and ask her to give me more information. This lady is showing me that earlier on in her life, when her babies were small, it was either one or two babies at the time, she was in an abusive relationship and she had to just get out. It was like she knew that if she didn't get out, she was not going to make it out alive. The person that it was hard to leave that relationship
Which
because
one?
they were a
20.
drinker. So, Raina, I'm sorry, I was about to click on you. You were talking. Is this your spirit? If it's your spirit, please unmute yourself. I accidentally muted you. She was showing me that it was this person that she was with was a wonderful person until they started drinking. So it was this Jekyll and Hyde. She left with basically the clothes on her back, and she didn't have an education. She worked a lot of like waitressing and bartending jobs in the beginning of her life, and then she did switch over and worked in an office. She's not someone you would have thought would have been in an abusive relationship because she was so in your face and such a strong woman. She was a smoker her entire life to the point that she had I feel like a raspy voice, like I just feel the need for my voice to get raspy. She is also showing me that she had problems breathing towards the end of her life due to this smoking. Okay, does this lady sound familiar to anyone? If it is, if this person fits you, please unmute yourself and start talking. I just said to take me to the part of the screen. Okay, so she took me to the part of the screen where she belongs. And in that little sector of the screen, I have people, I don't see any faces. These people don't have their face up yet. Julie, Starkey, Brittany, or Baby Love. So if this is one of you, it's just joining. It's funny because Baby Love just said, just joining. Can you recap? And they were in the sector of the screen, which fits this person was taking me to. This is a lady who is showing me she was in an abusive relationship earlier in her life. She what got out with just the clothes on her back and her babies. She did not have an education. She worked at like a secretary bartending job early on. She smoked her entire life. She did start working as a secretary type office manager in a company. She really made herself indispensable in this company, and she stayed there for many years. She is showing me that her passing was related to all the smoking she did, and I just feel the need for my voice to get very raspy. So, and when I asked her where she belongs, she took me to the sector of my screen that has Julie, Brittany, and Baby Love. So does it fit any of you? I just really keep focusing on Baby Love. Baby Love, does this person fit you? Okay. Baby Love, unmute yourself and put yourself. Yes, please. My moderator is like, please. I'm like, unmute yourself right now. Hi,
Oh,
Baby Love. How are you?
good. How are you?
Very good. Now, you said everything fits except for the receptionist job. Who was this to you?
Sounds like my mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law.
hmm
Okay, so what did she do towards the end of her life for a living?
She wasn't wor I mean, she hasn't worked in a while. When she was working, the last thing she did was she took care of an elderly lady for a
Mhm.
while. Before that, she didn't work and she worked at Rite Aid for a while.
Okay, it was the right aid because what she was
Okay,
showing me,
that's
I was getting to what she showed me and why I thought it was a secretary office job because she showed me filing, like putting
okay.
things where they belong and filing.
hmm
So that would have been the right aid job. She's showing me putting things where they belong. Now, I don't know if you know the answer to this, when your mother-in-law left her, was that first relationship, did she leave with two children?
I don't know for sure.
Okay, that's fine. I was just because she was showing me what I felt like was two children. We're not going to have the reading hang on
Yeah,
that, but I just like to
I'd
know how
yeah,
specific was this spirit. Now, you're married to her son.
yes.
She wants to thank you because you really bring in a nice way. You don't force your husband to talk, but you have a way of pulling information out of him in a good
Yeah.
way, getting him to talk about things where he doesn't really realize that he's doing it.
Yeah.
You're like a therapist for him.
I try.
She wants to thank you for doing that because I think you're about the only person on this planet that your husband trusts.
Yes.
You are his friend, his companion, his therapist, and not so everyone watching, I know there because I felt people saying, oh, like that's a lot. It is a lot, but you don't think of it that way because your husband
Mm,
doesn't suffocate you. He doesn't have huge expectations. He just expects you to be you.
Yes.
And you maneuver this in a way. Now, you have children yourself?
Yes.
She's showing me two and one. You have two children?
No, I it's a little confusing. I have five. The oldest is not mine. It's actually my sister-in-law's daughter.
Okay.
Um, my husband and I had two kids very young, and
Mhm.
one of them is getting ready to graduate. And then we had two more. I was pregnant with my younger son when she passed away, and then I had one after she passed away.
Okay, so I went back to her. She's still showing me this two and one, two. Those two kids that you said that you had really young and they're about to
Mhm.
graduate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is one of them a girl?
Two girls and a boy.
Oh, okay. 2-1. That's what that 2-1. One of these girls is crazy smart, and she is either thinking about nursing or she should be doing nursing. Do you know which one she's talking about?
Um, I would think my oldest,
Yeah.
she talked about it a little bit before she graduated high school.
Okay, and did she not pursue that dream?
No,
She really needs to.
I think so too. I was actually just thinking that earlier. It popped in my head for some reason that I just saw her doing nursing.
Okay, so now, everyone, I just saw a couple of you smirk, the ones who have been around me for a while, and you know what I'm about to say. So you said it just popped into your head earlier that you saw her doing nursing. Now, I was just working, this is something I was working on with someone earlier today, yesterday, who's in one of my mentorship programs, is what that means. Like you did not manifest that. That was spirit getting to you saying, no, this is what she needs to do. And now here I am coming in and solidifying that. I don't even know, like if you follow me regularly or
I do.
okay, okay, very good. So you know that the what that means. It's called a
Yeah.
synchronicity. I'm sure you've heard me talk
Yeah.
about
You were just talking about it on TikTok.
I was just talking about it on TikTok. So that is definitely a synchronicity. Now, can your daughter have a perfectly happy life without doing that? Yes, but she's always going to feel unfulfilled. Whenever
Mhm.
we don't follow our passion and go in the direction that we really want to go or are meant to go, we can have perfectly happy lives, but there's a piece of us that just kind of feels unfulfilled.
Hmm.
Okay, do you have a grandbaby?
No, I asked a question on your TikTok live a couple weeks ago about that.
Did you? What was the
Yeah,
question?
we had a pregnancy scare with my oldest, with a not so good guy, and I wasn't sure if she was going to keep it. A lot of people in the live said that she's going to keep it, but it's going to end up with family. We
Hmm.
brought her to the doctors, and the doctor said that she's not pregnant. I'm praying that it doesn't happen anytime soon, but I can see it happening.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was afraid of
Now,
that.
Now, this is where you can tell which all of us, we want the best for our kids. And it's not that baby love doesn't understand the beauty of babies. She has plenty of them. She gets the beauty of babies.
Yes.
But we know
Yes.
we want our kids to be in stable relationships and in good relationships. So
Yeah.
can this energy be changed? It can be changed,
Yeah.
but I don't think your daughter's going to change it.
I don't think so either, unfortunately.
Right. So, there are a couple of things, I'm just putting it out there, and it would be your daughter's free will. There are some permanent birth controls that you can use, like,
Yeah, I've been trying to push it.
yeah, I felt like you had.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
felt like
have.
you had, but I just
And
wanted to again.
I told her, I was like, I want to be excited to be a grandma or,
Right.
whatever. I'm like, it's just now is not the right time. And I know because I had my first very, very young. And I
Absolutely.
want much better for her. And I feel like a lot of times, like I did with my mom, like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Right.
That's what I get from her.
I am very much seeing that. Yeah, she should not have one right now. And it's not
Yeah.
about your daughter and her age, it's about who she's with.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, baby love.
I'm showing her this.
Please do. She has so much opportunity ahead of her. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right. Who's going to be next stepping up? We have a grandfather energy stepping up, and I'm hearing Papa. He wasn't called Grandpa. He was called by a P name, like Poppy. Poppy doesn't feel like Papa, Pawpaw, something like that. This gentleman is showing me some of his watches were passed down. They're not used. People don't wear them, but he's acknowledging that someone has some of his watches. This gentleman was really good with wood. I was like, where is he taking me? He's taking me to a wood shop. He was really good with wood. He could, and he was showing me just feeling the wood. He could just see something and he could build it. He didn't have to have a plan. He could make it happen. He is showing me that whoever he belongs to, I don't know if they've recognized it yet, but he will send the smell of wood to them as a to show that he's around. That's called clear alliance, clear smell. And
I
sometimes,
think I think this one's me
okay,
for sure.
okay, it's Jessica.
Yes,
I was about to say to show yourself. I don't know if you feel
I
comfortable.
can. No, I
Okay,
can.
very
I'm
good.
just walking out of work.
No, sometimes it's just more fun for people to see who I'm talking to instead of
Yes.
seeing a name. I should have asked Baby Love. All right, so Miss Jessica, this is your
Yeah.
grandfather,
Yeah, we called him Papa B.
Papa B. Okay, very
Mhm.
good.
Yep.
And he was really good with wood.
Yeah, actually, he made my family a like wooden kitchen, and I have it down in my basement from like little kids, like a play.
Okay, very good. You cut out for just a second, but I got enough of it because my next thing he was telling me was that there are people in the family that have pieces of furniture that he made.
Yeah,
And
so
a
the
lot of people,
kitchen.
yes, 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 yes. He's also showing me, I don't know if you remember this about him, that he drank his coffee black.
I don't remember that about him, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. There's no cream. Like my coffee, when I drink it, I usually drink tea, but when I drink coffee, it's like tan.
Yeah.
No, this coffee is black as death. Now, Jessica, I know that you were talking, you were leaving work, and he is showing me your
Yeah.
work. Have you recently gotten a promotion or are you up for a promotion?
No, but I did just have a review that went really well. Yeah.
Very good. That put you in line. What I'm seeing is there's not a lot of room in your company for upward movement.
My position, type of position, yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. I see your company like scrambling to figure out how to keep you. Not that you're thinking of leaving. I don't think that has entered your mind. But this this is, I mean, good on your company that they recognize, okay, she's a valuable employee. How can
Yeah.
we keep her? And I'm not sure if they're creating a position for you. I feel like they're almost creating a position for you. I'm seeing a job title change,
Okay.
but it's new. Like it doesn't exist in your company right now.
Okay.
They really are, they understand that you are not employed up to your capability.
Hmm.
Like you can do so much more than what they're giving you.
Yeah, I've
And
heard them say
so,
that.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, very good. So I love it when spirit gives me things and then someone confirms it because,
Yeah,
it is a
definitely.
couple of things. One thing, it shows that the spirit is around you and see what's going on, and also confirmation of who I have.
Hmm.
I also love, now I do love this about your company because I see so many companies who just don't forward think like that with their employees. So I do want to give kudos to your company that they are forward thinking. They do see what a valuable employee you are and they are trying to keep you. And this job change does come with more money,
Love that.
right? Who doesn't love money?
Right. Yeah.
Have you recently had something go wrong with one of your tires? Have you had a slow leak? Have you had he's showing me your tires. What's up with your tires on your
Well,
car?
it's really cold here in Wisconsin, like -20. Um, so like the tire pressure has been low because of that, but I haven't
Okay.
noticed anything other than that.
Okay, very good. Very good. I'll take that because he was showing me, I wasn't quite sure what he was talking about, but I was saying he took me from your dashboard to your tires. So that makes sense that you had the alarm or the little thing going off and
Yep.
that your tires, yeah. Um, you have children, Jessica?
Yep.
He's also given you kudos for you do a really good job of leaving work at work.
Yep.
And like when you're at work, man. You're full on doing it. When you leave work, you're full on with your family.
Yeah. Correct.
It's really hard. I mean, that is a huge transition for you to make to not bring that home with you. So
Hmm.
not only is your grandfather giving you kudos, I want to give you kudos because that's a hard transition to do. You
I grew
cut
up
it
with
off.
the opposite, so it
You
was
grew
very
up with the
important. Hmm.
very good. So you made a conscious decision to
Hmm.
do that. Even so, I want you to take the kudos because even if you
Thank
make a
you.
conscious decision to do that, it's still very
Mhm.
difficult.
Yeah.
So good for you. A lot of people have struggled with that. I struggle with it sometimes. If I have
Mhm.
something that didn't go well, or I have a social media campaign that's not going well, I think about it. Like it doesn't make me cranky, but I certainly bring it with me to
Yep.
places.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. My moderator is just telling me he's leaving. He has to go pick someone
Bye,
up.
Ken.
Everyone said bye. They said bye, Ken. He said bye. Let's go pick someone up from the airport. I'm leaving by myself. No, I'm teasing. I can handle it. So he's also telling me, oh, he's talking about, was he the one that was talking about the watches?
I couldn't connect that one. I don't know. Maybe
He's
someone
bringing me
does have
back
his
to it. I
watches.
had forgotten I had said it. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden he's doing this. I was like, oh yeah, he did say something about the watches.
I
So
don't know
ask
if my
around.
mom does or not.
Okay. Ask around who has the watches. It's just an acknowledgement of whoever he is, whoever has the watches.
Mhm.
They've been going through they've been kind of struggling spiritually.
Okay.
And it's an acknowledgement that he is around them. That
Okay.
person has also been talking to him, and
Mm.
he wants to acknowledge that he does hear them.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss
Yeah.
Jessica.
Thank you.
All right. Who do we have next? All right. This next person stepping up is a lady. What is she showing me? Okay. We have a lady, a female energy here. She was showing me, so what I was like, what is she showing me? She was kind of all over the place. So she had multiple things going wrong with her towards the end of her life. The first thing I felt was her blood was very sludgy, like she was diabetic or had problems with her blood sugar going up and down. But that's not what took her. She also had it feels like cancer. I just felt her whole body going down, but not in the way that diabetes makes you go down. She is showing me that it was from this cancer, like, I feel it. Sometimes the cure is worse than the disease. That is. And so she is showing me that she had cancer, but a lot of the um, medications just started causing her so many problems that it was also being taken to her pancreas. So either she had pancreatic cancer or some of these medications started causing her pancreas to act up because she's instantly taken me to her pancreas. She's showing me that she just couldn't catch a break. So she battled this illness for many years. I want to say 5 years, 5, 6 years. But once it started, it didn't start with cancer. It started with just things going wrong in her body, and it just started snowballing until it's like everything was going wrong. She is showing me she was either in the hospital or on hospice towards the end of her life because I am seeing her in a hospital bed. She was not alone when she passed. I'm seeing a call going out to the family like they knew. She was showing signs of about to leave this planet. And a call went out, and I see people gathering for her. But there was someone that was with her more often, like someone that was almost there all the time. And I hear a nurse, I'm getting chills as I'm telling y'all this. I'm hearing a nurse saying, oh, make the call. She knew she was about to go. And okay, so she was continuing on. I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's figure out who she belongs to. Does this lady sound familiar to anyone? Okay, Natasha,
Sounds
is
like
it
my
true?
best friends, but I need more info because a lot of people do have cancer, but it sounds like her story. She suffered for 7 years towards everything was going wrong. The chemo almost killed her several
Mm-hmm.
times, and her energy was zapped. Towards the end, she was in the bed. They did call me, but I didn't get there on time.
Very good. So that's
Yeah,
absolutely what we have here because I was seeing, and this is where, for anyone who's taken intro to mediumship classes from me, I will admit when I made a mistake. I didn't give what I got because she said, I saw 6 to 7 years. And I thought, that's too long. And so I shortened it.
no, she suffered for 7 years.
So that's one of those moments that we talk about that. So if anyone's interested, My intro to mediumship class starts
And
February
she used
11th.
to say that the cure, she used to say that the cure was worse. She goes, girl, this is worse than the actual disease she suffered. She
Yes,
ran
yes, yes. And
and
for everyone listening, that was part of her identifying information. I said that. And so I love it that she gave me like some words that she used to say. She is showing me, Natasha, that, okay, I know what you're saying, that you didn't make it there in time, but you did. She is showing me that you could almost feel when she passed, like you knew that you had missed it. She passed, you felt her passing, and I can hear you saying, I didn't make it in time. I didn't make it in time. You were
because
hoping that you did.
I was debating whether to go or not because it's a 7-hour drive from where I am to her. And it was in the middle of the night when her husband called, and I don't see well at night. And it was
Same.
uh, upsetting. So they said they will just fear that if I go, maybe I'd get in an accident because it was a lot to bear. She was like my sister.
She was already, I want to say gone. Like though her physical body was still functioning on this planet, she was already gone.
Yeah.
She'd already disconnected.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is showing me that like she just kind of gave up. She released. She didn't have the strength to fight anymore. Now she left babies behind.
Well, she will always call them her babies, but she has 3 kids, and then the grandson was born Holy Thursday, and then she passed like right after for the
Okay.
Easter.
She is showing me babies, and I knew they weren't babies, but like my kids are grown. Like my oldest daughter is 36. I still call her a baby because they're babies. And so she's referencing her babies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're
then
young.
she
Her kids are young. So the Isabella, her youngest, when she ended up with cancer or diagnosed, Isabella was 12. So then
that's what
for
she was
those, so
showing
that's
me.
why they were young when she started this journey. Yeah.
And that is something that I have actually sat with, and that's the feeling she was giving me. Like my grandbabies, I do hide it from them. We don't talk about me being sick in front of them a lot because I don't need, they're babies. But that's all really my family knows now is this journey and how are the scans going? How's the medication going? And that's what she regrets. Like she doesn't regret leaving the planet because she said it's a beautiful place over there, which I did have a near-death experience a couple of weeks ago. I can attest to that. But what she regrets is that's what they remember is like this fight and this journey. And she felt like I know that everyone else in her family, I know what the kids think. They loved her and they didn't care. They didn't think anything about it. They were just happy to have her. But she regrets that she couldn't be the kind of mom she wanted to be towards the end of her life
Yep. It was
because
that's very true.
she just didn't
'Cause
have it
this
in her.
became this was the consumption of the house. It was all about the medication and keeping her going. And so the kids
Yep.
grew up with that. And I tried to be there as much as I could with her. And yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all I remember.
She's showing me that she gets to you through music.
Yeah, she comes very often. And when I got very sick over the holidays, she literally, I could feel her spirit by the side of my bed because I thought, okay, this is it. I'm gonna go now. And she was like, it's not your time, Mama. And yeah, and she comes in butterflies too.
Oh, so now Natasha, you're Hispanic?
She is. I'm mixed. My parents are from Trinidad in the
Okay,
Caribbean.
very good.
So like,
I just love how Hispanic people call each other mama. I love that.
yeah,
Like
she's
whenever I'm around one of my Hispanic people and they call me mama, I'm like,
yes.
I love that. I don't know why. I
Yeah.
do. So anyway, that was a side note. She is saying that she comes to you through music. So when you see that your music is oh well, hello. Hera had to come and join. See, Miss Hera?
Oh,
Whenever you have your music skipping or you're having like skipping songs or your Alexa goes off with for no reason. Anytime
yeah.
something like that happens to do with music, it's going to be her. She loves music. Like she loved music when she was on planet and she loves to get to you through
It
music.
did. So here's the weird thing. The other day I'm in my car. My car, I started freaking out. I there was no music on. it turned on, and then I'm trying to turn it off, and it just kept it was weird. It was so weird. I was trying to have a conference call with the boss, and the radio just and I just laughed. I go, okay, I don't know which one or who was doing that up there, but someone's doing it today.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she's taking responsibility for it. It's
Because I
totally
played
her.
a lot of crank jokes on her all the time, and she goes, "I'm gonna get you back one day, and when I go, I'm gonna get you back," because I would always do April Fools, and I was always cranking her. So it's her turn now.
Well,
Mm,
she is. She is totally getting you back now.
yeah.
Thank you, Natasha, for letting
No,
me read
thank
your
you.
friend.
Appreciate it.
All right, I want to thank everyone who has joined me. I am going to go let my doggies out, and because I've been at it right now for a few hours, so they're probably like, enough. You can tell that was Hera. She was like, in case you haven't noticed, I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna go let my puppies out. I want to thank everyone for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I seem to be getting the hang of this going live on YouTube a little bit easier, so I'll be doing it more. All right, thank y'all. Bye.